Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 4 of the Live for Love challenge. I'm Laura, and I'm here to tell you about your task today, should you choose to accept it. Today we're going to talk about creating a symbol. And this is something that I undertook in April of 2019, the year that I lived like Prince. And it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Although I have to say, I had to sort of wrap my brain around the fact that, could just an everyday person change their name to a symbol? Like, of course, Prince was a rock star. He could do that. He could do anything he wanted, but could just anybody do that? So I tried it. And guess what? You can. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the background of Prince's use of symbols, and a little bit about how his famous love symbol, which he adopted as his name on June 7th, his birthday, 1993, came to be. So Prince was using symbols in his costumes from early on, and in fact had used, a very simplified form of sort of combining the male-female symbols, in Graffiti Bridge in 1990 and even prior to that. So he, even in Love Sexy and in Sign of the Times era, he was wearing symbols. So, for example, I hope this isn't going to blind you. So he would wear this mirror heart bracelet, for example, often, and he, put it on his guitar, and he had a belt, made of sort of hanging mirror symbols, and this one was made by my friend Michelle Streitz, who is in our challenge. So if you would like to have one of your own, look, you can see me recording. It's like a superpower bracelet. You can. It reminds me of ISIS bracelets. Where like the beam shoots out from it. Troy Gua has a picture where he's got Prince with a mirror heart bracelet with light just shooting out of it. But he would wear this during that era, and then in the Batman era, he often wore this kind of bracelet, and in fact used the Batman symbol a lot until he was told to stop. So I think after that period, he had been using symbols for so long that actually the creation of the love symbol number 2, which is the one that we all know the most commonly recognized one, was probably just another natural step in that evolution. It did not just pop out of the ether. So the love symbol really, I think it came at a difficult time for Prince, and in Maite Garcia's book, Maite is Prince's first wife. She talked about him flying down to Puerto Rico to see her family and talking about adopting the love symbol, and he basically said it came to him through his intuition that this was the step he should take, and so he put out a press release on June 7th, 1993, and officially changed his name from Prince to this unpronounceable symbol. And when I did that in April of 2019, I really did it with some fear and trepidation. I mean, I committed to actually, after creating my symbol, to putting it on a name tag and introducing myself that way for an entire month. And in fact, I had a dear friend who is talented at making t-shirts, and she painted it on a t-shirt for me. Unfortunately, none of those survived. I washed them too much, but but I used them, and it really was fantastic way to share my symbol with others that month. And I'll show you a little bit about how I created my symbol, and this is how you can create your own. Now, I have no artistic drawing talent whatsoever. And so that said, I needed sort of a symbol making for dummies type of instruction. And this is how I did it. And it's so simple. I guarantee you, if I can do it, you can certainly do it. So I started at openclipart.org, which is a free clip art site with like fun, colorful, simple designs, and they're all free for use. So you can, don't worry about copyright or any of that kind of thing. This was the symbol that I picked from Open Clip Art, and you can see it's a heart, which I had been wearing my mirror heart bracelet quite a bit during the month that I dressed up for everything I did, and I wore the mirror heart a lot, and I started getting attached to it. So I wanted to pick a heart, and then this just really appealed because it felt sort of like a sun radiating out. It kind of felt like a radiant heart, kind of were the words that sort of popped into my mind. And to me, that meant it was a reminder to just share myself with others, even if it scared me, even if, I was a little hesitant. It was a little scary to be out sharing this journey in the beginning. I'm not used to being an out front person. I'm used to being a writer behind the scenes. So this reminded me to share myself with others, even when it scared me. So I took this and I took a piece of tracing paper, just blank tracing paper, laid it over the top, and then with a pencil, I traced the design, and I simplified it somewhat. I decided I didn't need the banner because it was just complicated, and I wanted to be able to sort of quick draw this like on a name tag if I needed to. And I didn't want to keep all these gradient, rings around it because I wasn't going to use my symbol in color. So I just wanted to simplify it. So here is what my symbol looked like after I traced it in pencil, and then I filled it in with a Sharpie. And I used gold because Prince used gold for his love symbol number 2. So why not? So this is what it looked like once I had traced it and colored it in. And you can see it's like far from perfect, but you know what? It did the trick. And I adopted this. So when I decided to, put it on a name tag or something, I would just draw a heart, and then I would just draw rays coming out from it. And that was my quick shorthand way of drawing my symbol. But this is what I want you to do today. And to get you started, to kind of get the creative juices flowing, first of all, I don't want you to get overwhelmed with thinking, okay, I have to come up with the perfect symbol that, represents everything I ever have been and ever will be. Like, that's too much to do in one day. So we're going to just drill down and, make this uncomplicated. So if you want to kind of get the juices flowing, one of the things you could do is just start jotting a few things down in a notebook. You could write down 3 things you like about yourself today. Maybe you're open to new things. Maybe you are feeling kind of determined, or perhaps you're valuing how you are a hard worker, or anything you might like about yourself today. And or you could write down maybe 3 things you're grateful for, beautiful weather, or I don't know, your dog, coffee. How about I've got my First Avenue mug today. Coffee, whatever it is. Things that start making you realize what you value and what you value about yourself. So sort of noodle around with some of that and see what words come up for you. And then I would say just go to openclipart.org and start scrolling through, and maybe a star is coming up for you, and just search for star and see what appeals. Again, this doesn't have to be the be all end all. Ask yourself, can I just make a symbol for who I am right now today. And see what you can do with it. And come on over to the Facebook group and take a picture of your symbol and holding it up or something like that, and share it with us and tell us what it means to you. Is it something that represents what you're aspiring to be? Is it sort of future you and something you're aiming toward, or is it, as it was for me, like a reminder, something you want to become, something you want to hold in your heart and continue to sort of work on and create for yourself. So let us know what you did and how you created a symbol today. Tomorrow is our last day of the 5-day challenge, and tomorrow you will be adopting an alter ego a la Prince. He had many, and we'll be learning about some of those, and we'll be learning about how many musicians and performers use alter egos when they step on stage, or how athletes use it when they step into the field of play. There will be a short video. It won't be so instructional tomorrow, but what I want you to do is, after you read through the email and do the few of the items that I list in there, come on into the Facebook group when you can. There's going to be a special surprise for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come on into the Facebook group tomorrow and say hey and get your surprise. Okay, bye.